All right, guys, something a little bit different today. I'm going to show you the generator that I purchased for my house for, I guess you'd call it emergency backup power or emergency standby power. I live in an old neighborhood that has above ground utility wires, and we have power outages all the time, whether it be thunderstorms or lightning storms, or even in the winter we get ice storms. So first I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. I'm going to give you the specs, give you the rundown, and then we'll take it outside and run some equipment on it. We'll do a load test, we'll do a sound test, and we'll just go through the overall generator here. So first of all, I'll show you here. I'll turn the power switch on. This will show watts, volts, hertz, and I've currently got 1 hour of runtime on it. And then of course you've got your gasoline selector, off or propane. There's your propane connection, your engine start stop button, your electronic speed control, which is your low idle control. This is the 30 amp 240 volt plug, 50 amp 240 volt plug, and two 120 GFI outlets on the front. And you've got a breaker for each leg or each line of your 240 here for the 240 volt 30 amp. And then you've got a switch here that'll switch the generator from strictly 120 volts to 120/240 volts. And then you've got your some USB ports here. You've got your main breaker for your 50 amp plug, and you've got breakers for your 120 volt plugs, and you've got your 3 connections for your parallel ports. Now this particular generator does not put out 50 amps. It puts out, I forget the exact number, I'd have to do the math again, but it's like 31 point something amps. So you'll never get 50 amps out of this 50 amp plug, but what's nice about that is if you've got a full-size RV and that's what plug you have on your RV, you can plug it into the generator with no adapters. Or if you parallel 2 of these generators together, then you'll get, 50 amps or better. But you don't have to have a parallel kit with a built-in 50 amp outlet, because now the 50 amp outlet is on the generator itself. Of course, it has remote start. It has a 6.9 gallon gas tank. It has automatic CO detection, so you can't, potentially run this in an area where it could hurt somebody or kill somebody with, carbon monoxide poisoning. And I've got this sheet here, which I will put up on the screen. This is called the GENMAX GM9000iED. It has a 458cc 4-stroke overhead valve engine, produces 9,000 peak watts and 7,600 rated watts with a 6.9 gallon fuel tank, as low as 62 decibels noise with 25% loading at 23 feet of distance. The CO detect automatically turns off the generator when unsafe levels of carbon monoxide is detected. It also has low engine oil shutoff. And now if you compare this generator to the 3 or 4 other 9,000 watt inverter generators that are available on the market currently at the time of this filming, as far as I'm concerned, this one has the most features for the best price out of all of them. So the most available one is what the big tool store, the nationwide tool store chain sells. I'm not going to mention their name, but everybody probably knows who I'm talking about. So if you compare this to the tool store version, the GENMAX, this GENMAX is quieter. It's rated at 62 decibels, and the tool store generator is rated at 67 decibels. The GENMAX has a full digital multimeter showing power usage, watts, hertz, voltage, all that. The tool store generator only has an hour meter. This GENMAX has an automatic choke with remote start. Here's the remote start key fob right here. And the tool store generator does not have remote start. This GENMAX has an engine oil filter screen. The tool store generator does not have any form of engine oil filtration. In fact, I don't know if any of the other 9,000 watt inverter generators on the market today have any engine filtration at all either. So this might be alone in that category. This GENMAX is dual fuel compatible. So it'll burn gasoline or propane. Of course, the tool store generator is only set up to burn gasoline. And like I already mentioned, the GENMAX has a 50 amp receptacle built in, so no adapters are needed when plugging into large RVs. And the tool storage generator does not have this. And also, I don't know of any other 9000 inverter generators that have this either, at least at the time of this video. So this thing has a lot of features for the same money. I mean, if you compare full price of this generator to full price of the tool storage generator, you know, full price to full price, they're the same price, and this one has a bunch more features. Another thing I wanted to cover real quickly, I ordered this off of Amazon, and I believe it's available through Tractor Supply Company or possibly one other retailer, but I ordered it direct from Amazon. And just to give you an idea about the ordering process for an oversized or overweight item from Amazon, it was absolutely perfect. When you order the generator online, it asks you for a date and time window that you want it to be delivered. And I set it up for, it was a Wednesday between, I think it was noon and 2 or something like that, or noon and 4. So I paid for the generator, they order it, it gets shipped via freight to a home delivery company in my metro area. The home delivery company called me the Friday night before it was supposed to be delivered. Said, hey, we've got your generator. We'd like to drop it off. When's a good time for you? I said, well, it's scheduled for Wednesday. They said, oh, that's fine. We can do it on that time, but we'd like to get it to you sooner if at all possible. So we agreed on the Tuesday, so a day before it was supposed to be delivered. We agreed on that Tuesday. And they gave me a time frame that it would be there, and they said I would get a notification on the night before, which would have been Monday night, letting me know that the delivery is officially going to happen. Sure enough, the following Monday night, I get the text message saying we're going to be delivering it between such and such time, you know, the next day. So then the next day rolls around, and right in the middle of my time frame window on that Tuesday, my cell phone beeped. I had a text message from the truck driver. He said, I'm 20 minutes away. 20 minutes went by. Exactly 20 minutes later, there's a truck parked in front of my street. 2 men got out. They lowered it down on a lift gate, put it on a furniture moving cart, rolled it up my driveway, and put it right here in the garage stall in my garage. Now, I noticed that the box that this came in, and I'll put up a few pictures on screen here. I noticed the box that it came in had a little bit of a puncture wound in it from like the tip of a forklift fork. I told those delivery guys I'm not signing for it until I inspect the product. I quickly realized that the factory packaging is fantastic. It has a thick cardboard outer box and a thick cardboard inner box. So while those guys stood and waited, I tore apart the box, and I wish I would have gotten it on film, but I didn't because they were in a hurry and I didn't want to make them wait longer. But I unboxed it. Everything was in excellent shape. The inner carton was perfect. The top comes with plywood. The bottom of the package comes with plywood. It's up on blocking. It's just packed. And I signed for the package, and they went on their way. And then within a few minutes of that, I was able to connect the battery and put oil in it, and I had it running. And just to show you here, I'll put up on screen. Okay, got a little 8mm driver on here. There's just these. Make sure we're going backwards. Okay. There's the battery. It's just this little connector right here. This is how it comes shipped. And this is all you have to do to connect the battery. Just plug it together, and that's it. Put the 3 tabs back in up at the top. Snap the generator panel back, and carefully run the screws back in. Pretty simple. I don't want to get crazy with this impact because it's pretty good size. Okay, again, we'll just take out the 3 screws. Pull the panel cover. This one has the rope in it, so you just kind of pull that rope out. Set the panel off to the side. So right down here is your oil fill / dipstick. There's a bolt directly below my finger for draining. And over here off to the left, maybe hard to see, I'll get a picture and put it up on the screen. You unscrew that And that's the oil screen for filtration. It does come with a funnel. This is the funnel it came with, a little clear plastic funnel with an extension tube on it. You just put it in there and pour your oil in. Pretty simple. And then just like the other one, put the 3 tabs in up at top, push the panel on, grab your 3 screws, just carefully run them back in. Okay, well, we'll get this thing put outside and we'll do a load test on it, and then we'll do a sound test. We'll be right after this. Okay, so we're going to do a quick load test here. I'm going to slowly crank up each one of these heaters, and you'll hear the engine slowly increase. Each one of these heaters is 1500 watts on high and 750 on low. So I'm going to crank them up each slowly until we get to our full load. There's the first one, 750. There's the second one at 750 for a total of 1500. There's the second one, there's the third one at 750 for a 2250. Actually says 2.3 on the kilowatts here. And we'll keep going. Okay, so this heat gun's at 1500. It says 3000 on the meter there. This one's at 1500 now. Both of these are 15. It says 3.7 kilowatts, 3700. And now all 3 of them are on 1500 watts for 4.4, should be 4500 kilowatts. And it's maintaining 60 hertz at 122 volts. Now I'm not going to go much higher on load because I'm still not finished breaking this generator in. But that gives you a good idea that even at 4,500 watts, the generator is not even up to full RPM, still maintaining 60 hertz at 122 volts, which is absolutely perfect. Now we'll do a sound test. All right, guys, well, I was having problems with my decibel meter. I don't have a dedicated decibel meter. I'll have to buy one off Amazon. I was trying to use my cell phone, and I was getting really abnormal readings. So tune into future videos. We're not done making videos on this generator yet. I'll get a decibel meter, and I will do a sound test on this generator in the next video. I also have several other videos coming. I want to show how I've connected this to my house to power my entire panel during a power outage. And I also made a separate power meter box that I can use with this generator if need be, or any other generator. So stay tuned for those videos. I don't know if you can hear this in the video or not, but the generator is about 10 to 12 inches past the end of the tape measure, and I'm standing at about 24 or 25 feet. The camera's at about 25 feet from the end of the tape, so 26 feet to the generator. GENMAX rates these at 23 feet from the sound meter. And like I said, I don't have an accurate decibel meter, but if this gives you an idea in the video, the sound of that, it's on low idle right now, and it's barely conversation level. I've had several friends listen to this thing run, and they all can't believe how quiet it is. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet. And I do have a couple tricks up my sleeve to quiet it even further. Stick around for that video too. That's all I have for now. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.